Like every good or not so good quality, our unhappiness is nothing more than the sum of the choices we make day after day. Every thought, every word, every action, and everything we deny ourselves leads to one of two possible states of life: happiness or unhappiness. While some people admittedly find better starting conditions for their lives than others, at the latest, as adults, we no longer differ as far as our possibilities are concerned. We are the architect of our own good fortune, and unfortunately, the architect of our own bad fortune. In today's video, we would like to introduce you to 10 habits that keep happiness out of your life and magically attract misfortune. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the little bell, and stay tuned for the videos we upload for you daily. Number 1. Black is your only program. There are the optimists and pessimists. Both tendencies show the basic attitude we have towards life, towards our fellow human beings, but also towards ourselves. Some people brilliantly manage to find something positive in every event. The chronically unhappy, on the other hand, find the fly in every soup and always count on bad luck, never on good luck. If you recognize yourself here, start your own personal re-education program now. You can control your thoughts and your attitude. No one else can do it for you. Number 2. You are rehearsing your withdrawal from the world. Believe it or not, people can make people happy. There are, of course, the exceptions to the rule who prefer to run their courses alone and are happiest with themselves. But it's more likely that too much withdrawal from the outside world leads straight to a depressive mood, which opens all doors to a gloomy emotional scenario. It's better to socialize before the demon of loneliness takes possession of you and robs you of the joy of a happy life. Keep your circle of friends manageable and look very carefully at who sits at your table. There's nothing wrong with high standards in our dealings with others, but we shouldn't completely shut out the world out there. We could miss out on a lot of beautiful, exciting, and inspiring things. Number 3. The opinion of others is far too important to you. There is a world of difference in being a socially acceptable fellow human being or constantly feeling like you are on society's platter. Selfishness and a life without consideration is just as bad a choice in terms of happiness as the other extreme. If you're constantly thinking about what others think about you and how you're perceived, you won't be able to relax for a moment. The problem with this is that we always expect the worst. If we put on a new dress, for example, very few people expect us to receive applause and compliments. It is much more likely that negative and perhaps even spiteful messages go through our minds, which are of course only a product of our own insecurity. The unhappiness then manifests itself along with the notion, which proliferates in our brain like a cancer. Number 4. Control over all. We humans cannot determine the flow of life and the course of destiny. It is only microscopic objections that we can sometimes assert thanks to our free will. The plan was designed by someone else. Its execution is not up to us. People who would prefer to hold the strings in their hands 24 hours a day and cannot accept a long leash tie their own hands for misfortune. Number 5. You don't have anything nice to say. Be good to life and life will be good to you. Here, the law of attraction rules, and it never sleeps, as is well known. Listen to yourself for a day while talking about others. No matter if the neighbor looks impossible in a bikini or the presenter on TV strains his jacket, ignore these details, and instead, find something positive to say about yourself. In the beginning, you will have to force yourself to do this, but in the long run, the mental re-education from negative to positive will pay off 1,000 times. Number 6. Gossip is your theme. In the same category as criticizing others falls some people's penchant for gossip. Spreading rumors and half-truths is a testament to weak character and, overall, puts us in a very unfavorable light. The grapevine almost never conveys pleasant news, but always breaking news from the witch's kitchen of negativity. We then not only spread these, we unconsciously soak them up like a sponge and carry them through each of our days. Number 7. Your brain is constantly working in worry mode. We can't permanently control our thoughts, but we should definitely try. The problem in our heads is usually a huge one, while in real life, it is microscopic or non-existent. How often does it happen that we worry about possible events that haven't even happened yet, and don't necessarily have to? Try to find a way to exchange your gloomy head cinema for thoughts of joy, or at least neutral flashes of joy. What we think shapes not only our words and works, but our entire destiny. Number 8. You try to tell the future. Unfortunately, there is only ever one day in our lives over which we have at least some control: today. Yesterday is already beyond our control, and tomorrow is not even in the wings yet. Worrying about the future not only causes us headaches and panic, it's a waste of time. No one, really no one on this planet can predict what the future will bring. Number 9. Trapped in the victim role. If you want to draw lifelong unhappiness into your life as a permanent subscription, wallow in the eternal victim role. This unworthy spectacle will not only drag you and your mood down to the basement, it will also reliably ensure that your fellow human beings will avoid you like the plague. Nobody can stand whiners and crybabies. Those who bathe in self-pity will bathe alone for the rest of their lives. Apart from that, after a certain age, we should ask ourselves how authentically we can still play the role of the suffering victim. Then this play becomes not only ridiculous, but absolutely unbelievable. Number 10. Resentment and anger last a long time. Are you one of those people who are very resentful and find it hard to forgive others? We can't choose this trait, but we can work on it. Carrying old wounds around with us all the time like a backpack weighing tons prevents us from living a free and carefree life in the long run. If you can't forgive, at least try forgetting. Your soul and your outlook on life will thank you. Today's conclusion: which lifestyle would you like? Happiness and unhappiness are the two ends of the same candle. We decide which one we want to light. We have to choose this conscious attitude towards life and our destiny every day. There are 100 possibilities within 24 hours, and even more to give preference to personal happiness over unhappiness. Choose wisely and pay attention to the details. What we think, say, and do ultimately determines the kind of person we become. That's it for today.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.